buy a large quantity, because if you buy small it will just warm your esophagus, then you start running mad, you start looking for it. Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, the Ada, as I call the channel, the Ada Sugar, Ada Peperimpe, Ada Diorama. Yes, you know the vibe. So guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, you're welcome to the family, and I'm sure you're going to subscribe and going to click on that like button when you're done watching this video. Okay, so today, from the title of this video, I'm sure you know what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about 10 Nigerian non-perishable food you can take to school, use to travel, just something you can keep snacking on all the way and it won't get spoiled. Okay, so now let's get straight into the video. Welcome back. I hope you can't hear the AC noise. I don't want to melt here. So guys, this is my personal compilation. Like, I compiled these 10 snacks myself. They are all Nigerian snacks and they don't get spoiled. You can always use them no matter how long. You can keep them 3, 6, some even a year and nothing's going to happen to them. So these are perfect for traveling and any other purpose you would like to use it for. This is my personal compilation though. I'll tell you guys my best, but these are like, the first thing is kuli kuli. I'm sure you might be like, oh, I'm not a kuli kuli person. Is it local snacks going to come and be telling us here? But the thing is that the snacks that really stay that long are the local snacks. I mean, you can't accept packaged food like, biscuits and co. Those are packaged food. But I'm talking of Nigerian snacks. Kuli kuli is number one. Because I don't think kuli kuli, in fact, kuli kuli doesn't get spoiled. It's not even, I don't think it doesn't get spoiled as far as you keep it away from moisture and you store it properly. So kuli kuli is the number one non-perishable Nigerian snack you need to snack on when you are traveling, packing to school, anything, because you can use kuli kuli to eat. Like, you can take kuli kuli with gari. I don't know if people take kuli kuli with pap, but I know you can take it with gari. You can take it with any other thing you want to take it with, and it's kind of filling. I'm sure once you take like 7 to 10 sticks or those molds of kuli kuli, you get a bit full. But if you have, like, if you don't like groundnut or you have allergic reaction to groundnut, then just stay off kuli kuli. But kuli kuli is my number one Nigerian snack, perfect for snacking. When I'm done listing the 10, I would like you to tell me in the comment section which snack is your favorite, which snack is your go-to snack. Okay, now the second one is plantain and potato chips. Yeah, like, we all know this is a snack, but some people don't really know that it can stay long. I remember when I was in the boarding school, one time I'm going to school, I'll stop at, there was this supermarket close to my house, I think Grocery Direct or something like that. So you just go and buy those plantain chips in like jars. Those plantain chips you cover, not the sachet ones. Buy the one in jar, keep it, like, though it always finishes in the first week, because long throw too they enter that thing, you just eating before you know it, it's finished. That's it. It's a lifesaver. See that plantain and potato chips, is a lifesaver. Then we have groundnut, cashew nut, fried ukwa, aki na ukwa. Anytime I'm coming back from Nsukka, I always buy some aki na ukwa for my mom, my auntie, anybody that asks, really. So they have the fried ukwa. Not everybody have the chance to prepare the ukwa, but if you can get the fried ukwa, then you just eating it with the aki. Like that aki, if you've ever swallowed aki, what's the name of aki in English? Palm nuts. Yeah, palm, I don't know if it's palm kernel nut or palm nut. That banga thing, the seed of banga, when you make your banga, you dry the seed, that nut, that's aki. I can never swallow that thing. It is so hard. But once you take a lot of aki and ukwa, like, your tummy will just lock. Like, your tummy will lock. Cashew nut is a bit expensive, so people might not be able to buy it in such large quantity. But when you buy aki na ukwa, you now pair it to coconut, eat groundnut, eat cashew nut, drink water. They no bomb where your tummy no full. Like, it's not even possible. The next one on our Nigerian snack list is chin chin. Yes, before I used to think that chin chin couldn't stay long, but then I realized that people actually ship chin chin abroad. And like, is it that there's no chin chin abroad? Because I don't understand. Is chin chin an African food or something? Because come to think of it, I've never really watched an American movie where they are snacking on chin chin, or maybe I'm not observant enough. But chin chin is another good snack you can buy. You can buy chin chin in big jars, or you can buy it in sachets. Like, you can just buy those, like all those mini me packs. You can buy plenty, or you buy those ones in bottles. It's something you can snack on, I remember growing up, when we have visitors at times, my mom would just mix chin chin, granuts, and garden egg. Like, she will mix the chin chin and granite in one saucer. You serve the visitor, maybe give the person drink, then you give the person garden egg and osoji. That, like, once you eat that thing very well, you, at least if you're waiting for food, you will be full a bit before the food gets ready. The next one is beans flour. Yes, someone like me, I always crave akara. Maybe it's because I grew up in Lagos, where I could easily find akara anywhere. So now that I'm in Enugu State, I always crave akara every morning. But it's almost, in fact, it is impossible for me to get akara to eat in the morning, because no, I've not seen anybody who fries akara in the morning here. Virtually everybody eats okpa in the morning, and me, I don't like okpa. So I always feel like eating akara. The people who fry akara, they fry it at night, they fry it in the evening. So by that evening time, when the akara gets ready, I've lost my appetite. It's something I want to eat in the morning. So bean flour is a lifesaver, because instead of going through the whole process of, like, if you have turned akara before, you know that it's not like, no be beans, like, it's beans, so but no be beans. Like, if you turn the akara, my mom will tell you, keep turning it to double in size, let it be fluffy. Or if you turn moi for my mommy or akara, you go hear am. Like, you keep turning it so that it will be good. Then she'll come with all her frying techniques and cool. So, but this bean flour saves your time. You can just buy bean flour, you follow the instructions, it's very easy. You use it to make your moi, and it tastes just like akara. Like, you won't even know that you didn't grind beans, except you buy the poor quality bean flour. But if you buy the pure, unadulterated bean flour, use it to make your akara, use it to make your moi without stress. Imagine getting akara in 5 minutes. You don't have to go and be looking for akara up and down. Just make it in your house within 5 minutes. No peeling of beans, no stress. The next thing is dried meat, pomo and snails. Yeah, and I understand that some people don't like to buy dried meat. Dried meat is popularly called tinko. Well, that's what I know it as tinko. But some people don't like buying dried. Like, personally, I can't really trust anybody to buy dried meat from them, because nowadays some people kill donkey. Like, they'll tell you it's beef, but it's actually donkey. Some people kill donkey, camel, they'll dry it and tell you it's beef. But come on, it's dried, there's no how you know. Maybe you are very experienced in the meteorology, you now know that, okay, this thing is not beef. But if you can find a very genuine source, you can dry your meat. You can either oven dry it or sun dry it, anyone. You can dry your meat, snails, pomo. So whenever you need them, you just, instead of like going all about, maybe for midnight snack, for your midnight noodles or anything, if you are a midnight snacker, you can just take it, soak it in water. Some you just put in a hot water for a bit. Like pomo, you have to soak pomo overnight. But for the snail, you can just put it in soup and let it boil, and it's instant. Or some people just take it, prepare it, and just be chewing it like that. So it's also a lifesaver. You might think it's not a lifesaver because you have the opportunity to be going to market every day. But don't go to market for 2 weeks first and just feed on what's in your house. You see that those things are lifesavers. The next thing is coconut candy. Yeah, this thing, when I was in secondary school, like, I used to go and buy. My mom would be shouting, sugar, 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 pile, pile. Because then when I was small, I had a sweet tooth, and I was having a lot of teeth problems. Even till now, I still do, but I don't take as much sweet as I did when I was a child, when I was younger. So that coconut candy is so delicious. It's sugar, it's just coconut with syrup, but it's something you can keep snacking on, and it doesn't get spoiled. You just keep it in a jar, safe from ants. The next thing is yaji pepper. What is indomie without yaji pepper? What is suya without yaji pepper? If then you can't just go out and get suya, then you can as well buy yaji pepper and infuse your own suya into all your meals. And yaji pepper and kuli kuli, they are a bit similar, because yaji contains that kuli kuli seasoning. It's part of it. So once you can take the yaji pepper, make your indomie. If you have not tried noodles with yaji pepper, please go and try it. Like, I don't know why you guys take noodles with fried egg. I hate it. Like, I can't eat noodles and fried egg, or noodles with boiled egg. Just take noodles with yaji pepper and add small Cameroon pepper, my dear. That your noodles then it will go from 0 to 10. That's just it. So you need to get yaji pepper. Try it with your noodles. You can use it to spice your meat. You can use it to you can even, if you have an oven, you can even make your own homemade suya. Though it doesn't taste the same because there's no newspaper and all those adjusters that comes with it, but you are close. Okay, the next thing is kilishi. Please, that kilishi, you just, when you want to buy kilishi, let me just advise you, buy a large quantity, because if you buy small, it will just warm your esophagus, then you start running mad, you start looking for it like a crazy person. And those ones they sell in supermarket, one small thing like this, they'll tell you 1,250. Like, that thing is just to warm my esophagus. It can't even, like, it's not enough. So if you can go to Abuja or the north where they sell original kilishi, buy it. But you snack on that kilishi. I remember when I was in primary school, we had a lot of kilishi in my house. I'll just take it, tear a sheet, put it in my noodles, cook it. The kilishi like will now make my indomie red. Delicious, my dear. Please, you need to try it. So the 10th one, and the not last but not the least, depends on you. Everything depends on you. You can get popcorn, depending on your preference, you can get a lot of things depending on you. Whatever rocks your boat, whatever suits your fancy. And that number 10 will be what you leave in the comment section. So what do you think is worthy enough to be the number 10? 10 Nigerian non-perishable food that are just essential to you. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you also go through my channel and watch my other videos. Subscribe, like, share to your friends. You can also follow me on Instagram at Ada Ezekwele, okay? Your affiliate pharmacist in the building. So guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.